Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We are in some quite the transformative energy. We're really truly working towards tying up all the loose ends from quite a big cycle that began in 2012, believe it or not. So, if that's any help for you through this reading, keep that in mind. This is a message for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Gemini. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Check with your moon or rising sign if it's not resonating for you, or keep it in your back pocket, as I do typically read into our blind spots a lot of times, subconscious areas that we're not always conscious of or able to see until we do. But it's helpful to get a little hint or tip every now and then. The universe is also doing the same. Life is doing the same, but we're not always conscious to picking up what life is putting down for us to learn. So the first card out for you, Gemini, is humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Oh, Gemini. You may be getting a little too serious or stressed about something. So the universe is asking you to lighten up a little bit. Choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And do see the humor in things. I know on the world stage right now, there's not much to laugh at all. I agree with you there. But whatever it is that you're experiencing at this present moment, or whenever you find yourself at this reading, the message is to really choose to see the lighter side, the lighter side of life. Because you're just going to stress yourself out. And the Geminis I know personally worry a lot. So, and that is definitely an emotion that's human, but it's a waste of energy, meaning worry does not do anything for the situation or for us. It actually is can be detrimental to our health and our energy. We have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Gemini, this could be both on a grand scheme of things. Maybe you're starting to realize that, mainstream media and other outlets aren't quite honest with us, as well as other entities and energies in life, or it could be people in general, but we can get real and honest with ourselves. Message for Gemini, please. I really thought we were going to get away from this card, but we are not. Bottom of the deck is the loneliness card. Gemini, this is not just you. Every single zodiac reading I did last week, all 12, had the loneliness card in them. Every single zodiac I've done so far this week, I've done 8 out of the 12. Actually, this will be the 9th, has this card in it. It's like an epidemic. So, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And yes, I feel like you are realizing that those in your life that are benefiting you, are supportive, and for your higher good are truly a blessing. Our higher good doesn't always feel the greatest, though. So there could also be people that you've attracted into your life that taught you some valuable lessons about yourself. Let's keep going here. Overall is about knowing you're never alone. You may feel a little alone in your current path at this time. The universe is asking you to choose to see the lighter side of life. So there's something that you're taking way too serious right now. It might be a story, it might be something that's true going on in the world or in your life, yet your mind is really taking over and having you think of the absolute worst case scenario. So it's time to lighten up, because you don't want to, it's not like you're going to actually create that, but you're going to create more to worry about. That energy, you're just going to create more energy, like more situations that are going to have you stressed, and that's not good. So choose to be on the lighter side of life. Like, take it down a notch, maybe. Not to say that things are not serious, but don't let your mind take over and have you like full-blown panic attack. There could be somebody in your life that you're in a relationship with that is teaching you something, maybe asking you to come out of your shell more, or showing you something more about yourself. We have compassion, Gemini. And I feel like you have a big heart. You're very energetically sensitive, an empath. You do have a lot of compassion for yourself, for others, for the world, for animals, for everything. This may be why it's taking quite a toll on you. The things going on in the world stage right now, and whatever may be going on in your life, it may just be rising up like it's too much, it's too much. You might be feeling too much. So take good care, take a breath, take some breathing techniques or something. Have some compassion for yourself and your physical body, because whatever you're stressing about is not helping you or the situation. It's like full-blown panic mode. Learning. You are learning. You're learning about honesty. Getting real honest with yourself. Not expecting it from the outside world, but staying true to you, staying true to your path, and being real honest with yourself. There's something that you're learning about. We'll get into it. We'll see where that takes us. But if you expect everything to be all well and good in the world stage and outside of yourself, you're fooling yourself. We live in a world of duality. Always have, always will. That's part of life. But we can choose to create what it is that we desire by focusing on that, the lighter side of life. Okay. We have spirituality at the bottom here. You feel lonely on your path right now, like nobody understands you. Okay. So within a relationship here, this person's teaching you to come out of your shell and express yourself, self-expression. It could be within a job or an organization or a group of some sort. Interesting. And Spirit's got you all to themselves. Now, this is a spiritual journey. And I feel like whatever it is that you're feeling in your heart right now, it is a real feeling. It is true to who you are. Your mind may be just, excuse me, taking it to a whole nother level. It doesn't need to be at least at this point, because it's not healthy. But and maybe that's where you feel alone. Like maybe nobody fully understands exactly how much energy you're feeling right now. It's teaching you to connect to your higher self, to spirit, to life, to the cosmos, so that you can feel more grounded in this world of duality. Understand your strengths, your power, and the power of the mind as well. All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, exactly what I just said. Kind of reiterating that. To hold space for hope and healing for yourself, for the world. Choose wisely. Choose your thoughts wisely. If doom and gloom continues to take over the mind, you can pivot your mind in a direction towards hope, towards positive, towards light. Have compassion. Have compassion for yourself with what you're going through right now. It is very real. But whatever mechanism in the mind is operating right now is really taking it to a whole nother level. That it just doesn't need to be. It's a choice. We can actually control the mind. Our minds have been controlled our whole lives. You just watch some news. We've been conditioned and controlled almost since birth, but not quite. It usually happens, it usually hits peaks around age 7. I mean, and then goes from there. Emotional loss. There's something from your past, something from your childhood that you're learning about. And it is linked to fear of loss. Maybe you have had experiences, or your parents, when you were growing up, had experiences of loss that was very emotional to them. And it affected you. It affected you. But you're learning something through this right now. Be honest with yourself as to what life is teaching you right now, trying to empower you instead of devour you. But you're taking it as, I'm just being completely devoured by my fears, my worries, my doubts. You can choose a different thought. Triumph wanted to come out with this relationships and self-expression. It may actually be a really beautiful lesson that someone that you're in a relationship with is teaching you right now, as far as coming out of your shell, feeling confident to fully show yourself, show the world your true self, your true self-expression. Prosperity begins. Yeah, so this is a new venture for you and maybe another that is really meant to boost your self-esteem, boost your self-confidence, as well as maybe really helping an organization, a group, a situation. Material harvest at the bottom. Once you get through a lot of these lessons and wisdom there before, and you gain the wisdom of yourself, your energy, what you contribute to the energetic fields in life, because you're contributing panic, anxiety, worry, that's, we don't need any more of that. Certainly go through your feels and feel your feelings, don't shut it down, but to understand where that's coming from, the root of the situation, and work towards healing that will really be beneficial not only to yourself but to others as well. And there will be great gains to be rewarded to you. You'll get a lot out of it. You'll get a lot of wisdom out of that. And this is ancient wisdom. These are ancient knowledge, wisdom that we carry within ourselves. It just gets so dampened down, and we even have a bit of amnesia because of all the programming and conditioning that we succumb to in this life, in this world. But on the spiritual path, we're trying to break that down and dissolve the conditioned, programmed mind and empower each and every one of us to think for ourselves, to create for ourselves, to change our beliefs, our patterns, So it seems like you're going to probably create, well, you won't be lonely in this situation much longer. You are never alone anyway. Spirit's working with you right now. And like I said, we are tying up loose ends from a very long cycle that started in 2012 and is coming up to wrap it up and start a new cycle. Queen of Cups. Getting in touch with your emotions deeply, understanding where they're coming from, understanding where the seriousness, the panic, the worry, whatever fear is coming up for you, whatever energy devours you, you have the power, you have the control to take over that and understand your emotions. You have a lot of compassion. Have compassion for yourself as well, okay? I feel like you don't give yourself that enough. And maybe you're not receiving that from others either. But you got to first give it to yourself. You get what you give in all aspects of life, energetically and then some. Two of Pentacles. So with this emotional loss, whatever it is that you're learning, and Spirit's asking you to get real honest with yourself. I mean, you're getting it, but then you flip-flop. You're juggling energy right now. So sometimes you're in like control and conscious of what's coming up for you, and then other times your mind takes over and your emotions take over and you lose complete control of that. It's linked to this emotional loss, this fear. You may have lost a real innocent part of you, yeah, at a young age. There's something really deep to be learned here in this wrapping up of a cycle for yourself. There we have it. Oh, I got the chills. Okay, so what? And King of Cups on the bottom. Learn this one. I hope that you pick this up. I have the chills all over my body. When you walk around in life, putting on brave face, everything's fine, and you don't want anybody else to really see that it's not fine, that you've got 10 swords in your back and you're in a lot of pain, and this is in the mind. There's too much going on and it's like looping around and around and around. You're trying not to show that, and that's making it worse for yourself. Everything's fine. Everything is not fine. You have people in your corner. Reach out if you need support. King of Cups. Emotional security. There are people in your life, Gemini, that you can be safe with your emotions. I think you're realizing this. This is definitely something that you're learning, because it's going to bring you out of this feeling lonely in these deep emotions. It's important to connect and understand your emotions, but at the same time, use your resources. You do have that. And when you have that, you can also give that when needed. A beautiful confluence back and forth. That's when you know you're not alone. There's always someone you can call on, and there's always someone that can call on you. All right. It's a spiritual journey. We are all in Earth school. Not everything is exactly as it seems. Not everything is set in stone. Which is why Spirit is asking you to choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yes, there are real hardcore dark parts of life. We focus on that too much. It's going to take a toll on our emotions, our energy, our physical body, our life, our relationships. But when we put the focus on hope for a new future, hope for compassion, empathy throughout humanity, we can be a part of the solution energetically. Wherever your energy is focused is what you are going to be manifesting and creating. I won't be surprised if the magician comes out from that. So I feel like this is definitely a channeled message for somebody out there. Some of you. Prince of Wands. Okay. So you are being brave. And maybe you're being brave and actually reaching out for emotional support. So that you can hold hope and focus on the lighter side of life. Wow. Okay. Two of Swords. Oh, Gemini. Must be a big message. Okay. Got Two of Swords at the bottom there, but I feel like we still have some. Okay, Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, the Star, and the Chariot. Okay, this is nice. So the honesty part, being honest with yourself, what you're learning about yourself, how you kind of go in and out of consciousness within something. When you find yourself really panicking and going a little overboard, you know you've lost consciousness, basically is what this is getting at. Again, choosing on that healing, that hope. We have King of Pentacles as well. There could be a fear also about money or safety, security of some sort. You are trying to stay in your lane or choose a new path altogether for yourself, a new way of being or presenting yourself to the world. Nine of Wands, having the courage and the strength to persevere. Healing, towards healing. Healing old wounds, core wounds, healing this emotional loss, whatever that is, or the fear of losing something. The Chariot, as we move forward, it is going to assist you in moving forward. You are getting real and honest with yourself through this experience. Even though you may not fully see it yet, there will be clarity through the other side. We have a new moon coming up this weekend as well. Which is always nice for a new fresh start for all of us. So put your intentions out there for something good. Focus on the lighter side. Okay. Two of Swords. This is still telling me that you're undecided. Part of you is still in the dark. You're on the fence. There's a big indecision as to like how you want to, like where your thoughts are going to go. So you're in touch with your emotions, the thoughts you might not be fully aware of yet. But the universe is working, and these relationships or someone you're in a relationship with is also really assisting in bringing you balance when it comes to the feedback loops, the things that loop around in your mind over and over and over again. This person is helping you see. Do you see what you're doing to yourself? Do you see where your mind goes? Two of Wands, helping you get back onto your path or take a fresh new step in a direction towards healing whatever continues to come up and cause all this worry and panic and, you know, pretending like everything's fine. But internally, it's like a whole tornado is going on in there. There's pain. There's suffering of sorts. So I'm going to get one last message for you, Gemini, before I wrap this up. And as an energetic exchange, I'm going to ask if you like this video, would you please click that thumbs up like button for me? And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Doing these things truly does help with the algorithms here on YouTube to get the messages out to more and more people, as well as helping with the growth of the channel. So I greatly appreciate all of you who have subscribed. Thank you very much. All right, final message for Gemini. Okay. You are good enough. Yeah, this person in your life is teaching you, you know, you are good enough. Express yourself truly, fully. This seems like a two-part message, but there's something that your anxiety, it follows you in different aspects of your life. You are good enough. Show the world the real you. I wonder if that one's going to come out next. You got a keeper here. Somebody that you can trust. Somebody that is really assisting you. The answers you need are coming. So you have questions. There's some unknowns going on right now that might be plaguing you in the mind. The answers you need are coming, Gemini. And this is full moon in Gemini. It speaks of the twins. Gemini, you are the sign of duality. Yin and yang, or yang, however you pronounce it. Everybody pronounces it a little differently. Okay. Communication is key. Another Gemini card. You and your loved ones are safe. This is where I was really feeling it. You have a fear of something really bad happening. That's this emotional loss card. Something really bad had happened to you or a loved one in your younger years, your childhood. And so I understand in the way that life is today with so much toxicity and, you know, just not being able to trust those that we thought we could trust, you know, our government and healthcare systems and even the people that we buy food from and things like that. But you and your loved ones are safe, Gemini. Below that, it's time to release negativity. Communication is key. So you have two Gemini cards here. Full moon and new moon in Gemini. How about that? The answers you need are coming. Communication is key is also, again, telling me that, you know what? Talk about it. Whatever's going on within you, get it out. Talk about it. You've got trusted relationships here. Talk about it. Open up. Don't pretend that everything is fine when it's not. That's probably one of the biggest lessons you're learning here right now. And it's a beautiful thing. Trust the people that are in your life. They're there for a reason. And, you know, this too shall pass, Gemini. So really focus on the lighter side of life. Okay? This is what I have for you this week, Gemini. I hope this was helpful for you. And I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.